Winners 2004, 119 pounds. My guest here today, Kris Perry from Christian County. You brought it home, didn't you?
I did.
Now, how does a young Kris Perry find wrestling?
I was just finishing football. Season was over. I was in public science class with Coach Burnham.
Okay.
And he said, "You're going to wrestle." I said, "No, sir, I'm not." I said, "I'm going to play football, and that's all I'm going to do." And he was like, "Why don't you come out and try it?" And I was like, "I will." I gave it a try. He said, "Give me 1 week," and it just stuck with me from then.
Oh.
So my freshman year till my senior year.
That's all, so you were just in high school, no middle school or anything, right?
Nope, no off season, straight.
Well,
it.
that's funny. Like we done Jim Shaw. He only wrestled, I think, for 2 years and ended up winning the state finals or state championship in 1999. So in 2003, you make it to the state finals.
Yes, sir.
You wrestle. Then he was Nick Chafin. Now he's Dr. Nick Chafin, 119 pounds. You come up just a little bit short, like I was telling you off camera. I'll insert a video, like a little clip here. But you guys were some of the biggest 119s I've ever laid my eyes on. I mean, you were massive. There's a reason why weight cutting now is so strenuously checked on like track wrestling and all these, because I'm not saying, but certain people may cut from 150, 140 pounds down to 119 or whatever weight. And now, you know, everything has to be body fat tested and all that kind of stuff.
If I'm correct, I think that year, the next year is when they started the fat body test.
It was somewhere around the middle 2000s. Let's go over your bracket here real quick. Let me get my phone pulled up. First round. Oh, and Ozzy's in this bracket too. Huh. Ozzy won it in 2006. You need to watch his video. It's on the channel as well. You come out of the bottom part of the bracket. You wrestled in the first round Ryan York. I think that's from Lawrence County. You win that by pin in 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Second round, you wrestled Tyler Baines from St. Xavier. You win that by a fall in 1 minute 26 seconds. Then you wrestle Daniel, I'm sorry if I pronounce your last name, Thuneman from Covington, Scott. You win that by fall in 2 minutes 42 seconds. Now, in 2002, that's when we converted over to the 32-man bracket, so you have to wrestle 5 matches instead of the 4 like we had in 2001 and before. In the semifinals, you wrestled Derek Scott from South Oldham, and in 2003, South Oldham had one of the best years team-wise. I think they'd mathematically won it before the second day even started.
They demolished the team score that year.
They had, I think up until Union County, like a couple years ago, they had the highest team score that's ever been recorded, which is crazy. You wrestled Derek Scott from South Oldham. You win that by a major decision, 13-2. Then you get to the finals, and you wrestle Dwayne Martin.
From Fort Campbell.
Now, same county. You guys probably had to wrestle each other several times, correct?
We were 13-1.
Really?
He beat me my very first match I ever wrestled in high school, and I beat him the very last match I ever wrestled in high school. So I was 13-1 against him.
That's a good way to go out. Good way to, I guess, end your career is somebody to beat you. You got me here, I got you.
I got him the next 13.
You got him when it counted, right? So kind of walk us through. You've been in the finals before, 2003. There's no way you could have known who Nick Chafin was in 2003. Probably didn't know Prestonburg existed.
No.
And you get up there. I joke with Nick all the time, like, where does Nick Chafin end and Brock Lesnar begin? That's just the way his body was cut. But you had no idea who Nick was. But you're in the finals in 2003. Going to 2004, I'm sure as soon as you got off the medal podium, or even after you got off the mat in 2003, you're thinking, I'm not losing. This next year's mine. Next year is mine. Correct? Am I right about that?
That is exactly right. My coach looked at me and said, "We're preparing now." And he made a decision, because we didn't leave the county very much in 2003. I seen everybody around. After that year, we started going to the Wolford tournaments. We went to every tournament. I was going to see every kid on that bracket going the next year.
And
I did. I had beat everybody on that bracket.
Really?
That year.
Wow.
Before the state tournament.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty good. The mindset going in, you win your semifinals, major decision. I'm not going to say you coasted through it, but a 13-2 decision, probably trying to conserve some energy. Am I right about that? Or
Oh yeah, I needed all the energy.
okay, I was
needed.
gonna say probably didn't want to go out and kill blow yourself up right out of the gate and not have any energy for the rest of the day or that state finals match. After you win, what's going through your head before you wrestle? Like, are you going to take a nap? Or are you
Texas
going
Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse?
My finals match shows that too.
Hey,
So
we're not going to tell you the score. Did you take a nap? Did you?
no, Coach took me out to eat, and we went and ate. I think I ate 2 big steaks, 2 baked potatoes. I ate a lot of food there.
Well,
So
hey,
then we got back and weighed, and
you got to do what you got to do. Now, we're going to, of course, we have 2004. We're going to cue it up. Anything about the match that, like, I'm not saying you don't remember, but, like, you don't kind of fuzzy, kind of foggy, everything is still kind of there, I guess?
yes, sir.
All right, well,
Yes, sir.
we're going to put it on and watch it, man. I'm ready. Let's go. So you guys are seeing what we're seeing. We're back at the Farnham Dungeon Center in Frankfurt, under the lights. The second time being under the lights. Senior, you're back behind the like in the practice, the mat area there. Music's playing, crowd's going crazy. What's going through your head?
I can't lose this one.
Can't lose it. All right, well, the beautiful thing about 2004, a couple of the years I have, it's got the face-off, it's got the match, and the medal ceremony. This one has all three. So let's watch your face-off here. Ranked number 1 in the state. There you come running out. Boom. No time to make friends.
No, sir.
Get out there. Let's do it.
I knew what to expect in that one.
All right, here you are, man.
Fat and happy.
So you got some massive arms on you. So what's your go-to takedown when we're neutral?
I was always a double leg person.
Oh.
I was super strong. As you said, I'm pretty big. I was 119 pounds, benched over 300 pounds.
My God.
Deadlifted almost 500, squatted 450. So I was a pretty strong kid at 119.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good numbers for the weight room, 119 pounds. My goodness.
Double leg was my go-to at all times.
So the double leg, you've been here before. Oh, what we doing here?
How he never got 2 here. This is the only thing that wasn't ever clear to me is how he never got 2 in 2 of these instances. I know I still got his head trapped here, but there's a couple times he's gotten real close to getting a 2. He was never awarded it in the first period. We walked out of there 0-0 the first period.
Oh.
Yeah, it's iffy. Like,
I think that's a young Joe Catan. We got stalemate. We're neutral. I'm not sure who's on the whistle here.
he got me twice like this.
So you just dodged a bullet.
I did.
What's going through your head? Oh my gosh, this is not this. I know it's the same person, but maybe different, mindset on his end.
Well, I think it was just, I told you I ate a lot prior to
Yeah.
this, and it was sitting heavy on me. I was slow. Normally, he didn't even get a shot in on me. Anytime that we wrestled, I was always taking shots and always the aggressor.
So we're in injury time, looks like, walking around.
I think that's when my coaches finally looked at me and said, do you want to repeat of last year? And I think that's when it kind of shook in a little bit.
I can understand, man. You got there. We're going to be doing a video with Nick. Just getting to find the time to get up with him. We'll talk about that when we get done with this. But it's kind of hard to tell a doctor he can't go into the ER. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, all right.
I was not a very technical wrestler. I only had wrestled 4 years, and most of it was just brute strength that got me through a lot of my matches. Double leg and a crossface cradle.
We're out. Ooh, ooh, what?
Here's another one.
What are we?
Same thing.
Now, is that something he hit on you before, or just something he
No.
pulled out for the finals?
Pulled
or?
out for the finals, but his head's right there. I don't see how they didn't award him 2 there.
I don't know, man.
Me, I would have said it was 2-0 going into the second.
All right. So it's like you got a head and arm. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's. 2, 1. Time. All right. Flip of the disc. He chooses down. So what's your go-to breakdown?
Near waist far ankle, looking for a cross-face cradle. I think I had pinned him in every match with a cross-face cradle.
Really?
Besides the week before at regional finals, I split him. And that's where I was going to
I seen you. You're trying to hook that leg right there. All right. I guess he knew that was coming, though. You guys
yeah.
dressed so many times, you know. Like, lift and return.
Yeah, we met in the finals almost every tournament, especially all the local ones around here.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Cradle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 3 near fall. You got him in the cradle. You said cradle's one of your moves. I mean, are you just holding for the fall, or you?
I was trying to hold for the fall. I think I hold him here most of the period and try to readjust to get his shoulder down. He had it up on my chest pretty good.
Because you said exactly what I was going to lead to, is a lot of teams now, what I'm seeing is they're teaching the cradle just for near fall points. They're not teaching the cradle to get like a pin. They're just, get a cradle, get you a couple easy backs, let them back up, maybe just go to a different side. And I'm just like, why in the world do people not want to use that to pin nowadays? It's such a...
Unless I got a little tilt or something, I got a good half in or a good cradle, I try to pin from that.
Oh, we're out. All right, you're down. Let's go. What are we doing here? Try for that ankle. All right. Lift. He's trying to get away. All right. End of the period. Your choice. Down. What's your go-to stand up?
Just straight stand up, arms up, blast up. Every once in a while I try to hit a Peterson because of somebody in this room. He used to hit it on practice all the time.
Uh-oh.
And whistling in your ear while he does it.
So we're back in injury time or blood time, one or the other. What's your coach? Do you remember what your coaches are telling you? What are you thinking? Because you're up. Last period of the state finals, probably, last match you're ever going to wrestle. What's going through your head?
I knew I had to get away from him. He could be dangerous if I didn't get away from him. So I wanted to get away and try to get another takedown and try to stick him before the period. I was actually trying to get MOW, and this match actually hurt me.
Oh, really?
Trying to get that. But I had good competition for that trophy that year too.
Yeah.
So
I think Jacob won it that year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And below you had Billy Clark. No, I'm
No,
sorry.
that was
That's 2002. That's my fault. That's wrong.
Yeah, I
wrong
think
year.
Kyle Rochelle was below me.
Kyle. Then you had Merton above you.
Mm-hmm.
There's 112, 119, 125 is pretty stacked.
Yeah, you didn't know where to go that year.
In doing this, there's been several years I've met with guys, different schools and whatever, and they're like, man, we don't know how so-and-so won it. And then you go to another place, like, yeah, because everybody was running from this guy that went a different weight. Oh, what we doing? What we doing?
Caught me in a Granby almost.
All right, we got a stoppage. Fix your headgear. So less than 2 minutes, a minute and a half to go in the third. Almost caught you right there. What are we thinking? Just survive? We thinking?
This time, I think I was in survival mode on this one. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, no,
I think it was survival mode.
You gotta do what you gotta do to win. I mean, it doesn't say in the record books this win was pretty, this win was ugly. It just says that you won. It just says that you were the champ.
Yeah, he almost caught me in that little roll, and that 3 points could have tied it right up, and then had to do something different. So.
All right, we're out. All right, stalling green. So he's got busted for stalling. Uh, 56 seconds. He's going to optional start. Push you away. All right, if we get one. There it is. There it is. Nice shot. Nice shot. Lift, lift, lift. There it is. 2. You can tell strength right there played a little bit of a factor in that because it was like he was just wasn't even there. Pulling you back in. Ooh. I don't know about that one. You was pulling him back in.
Trying to.
Got,
wanting that clock to eat up.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to get reset and go out of bounds.
Yeah. All right. 22.4 seconds. Trying. Keep that leg. There it is. There it is. Back down. Up one. Nope. Roll to his stomach. There it is, man. 6-0. Get your name on in the rafters at Christian County forever. You're in the history books forever. Did you get a ring that year?
Did not. Did not.
You still have your medal?
I still do. Still
Awesome.
do.
Now,
carry it in my house with all my other trophies.
awesome, man. The medal podium, I mean, that's one of the great things about wrestling is, you know, being recognized, the whole arena's watching you. The year before, you were about half a foot lower than where you wanted to be. This time around, you're the top dog. So all that you have to feel vindicated. You have to feel like all those early morning workouts, all those trips, cutting weight, however many pounds you had to cut. It was like, man, it was worth it.
It was.
It was worth it. I finally, you know, got to the top of whatever your Mount Everest is. You finally made it. Now I don't know who these guys are. I'm sorry. That's Commissioner DeVries walking off there.
Yeah, number 8 went on to be a 5-timer.
Who is that now?
That's Harrison Courtney.
Oh, is that Harrison Courtney?
That's
Hey,
Harrison Courtney.
we're doing videos with Harrison. He's reached out. We're going to do all 4 of his.
Yeah, there's several state champs. I mean, Derek Scott went on to win 2 after this year.
Oh, really?
He won 2 for South Odom. I think Daniel Thuneman got 3rd 4 times.
Wow. This is Caldwell County, the pride of Princeton. And then the man, Christian County's own. There it is, man. Got the medal, got the bracket on top of the world.
How was that day?
Hey, you're there forever, man. In the record books forever.
I will say that wasn't the proudest of that moment. My coaches told me champions come in pairs, and also that year in 189, my brother won a state title with me, pretty much. AJ Green at 189.
Okay,
so
I got you.
that solidified that whole year after that one.
That's incredible. I'm gonna reach over here and hit the pause for us. So you've got to watch your match. Kind of talked about it a little bit. All these years later, 18 years later, anything about wrestling, anything about this stick out you still talk about? People come up to you, I remember you wrestling, anything of that nature?
Oh yeah, well I got a little one. He's wrestling now and stuff,
Okay.
and so I'm still around the wrestling world a little bit. I coached for several years at County after this, several years at Hoptown after this. So I've still been around the wrestling community quite a bit.
Awesome. Now we made mention of the 2003 state finals against Nick Chafin. We're going to be doing Nick's shortly, but like I said, it's kind of hard to tell a doctor you can't go in and help, save, sick people or, work with injured people. But just kind of real short, give us your thoughts on that, and I'll make sure that Nick sees it, and of course it'll be on the video. We can talk about it, after the fact or whatever, but just the 2003 match, just kind of give us like a quick synopsis of your 2003.
Well, he was at 125 all year that year, and I thought I had a good breeze to the finals, and then I think a couple weeks before region he cut. I was like, no, Biggie, I'm a big 19-pounder, but I don't think I've ever wrestled someone as big structured as he was.
Yeah.
He made me look small, and I was big, and he was strong.
Yeah.
And he had been a 2-time runner-up prior to that.
Now,
So
his brother Heath, his twin brother Heath, went 125 and got fourth, and Nick went 119 and won it. But yeah, Nick was a big 119.
Yeah, I seen him the very next year at this tournament, and I think he was 220, 240, solid rock bodybuilder at this time.
Yeah.
So
We actually that year I think me and Nick started officiating wrestling the same year, but of course he's had to stop because of his profession, and everybody was like, man, talk about winning state championship. What, heavyweight, 189, 215. Like, no, 119. Like, there's no way you wrestle 119 pounds. But that's all we got, man. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time and doing the video. 2004 had some good wrestling, and you were one of the best 14 in the state, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to do it with us today.
thank you for your time, sir.
All right, like I said, we're just now getting started with the Christian County Hoptown guys. This was video number 3. We still got a bunch more to go. Just follow the playlist down. Get your Hoptown and Christian County feel for the 60s, 70s, 80s. Not sound like a radio station playing all the hits here. That's basically what we're doing for all the Hoptown and Christian County guys. We'll see you guys there.